All right, what's up, guys? Or Miss Post. I got Enrique and Brandon on the line, and we're doing
Yeah.
my Speaker of the House, and it's going to be on the Pentagon confirming the UFO videos that have been released. One in 2004, one in 2015, and so basically, this was. I guess the question is right now is if people think it's a big deal or not. Um, I would say that this is a big deal because this kind of, if you look into the things that Bob Lazar have said when he came out and pretty much explained everything exactly in detail of what the video is describing and went in depth of the video itself on the Joe Rogan podcast, and he pretty much just said everything that was like. I guess he pretty much just came out and just talked about the whole story of um, all the things in like Area 51 and nearby it, and just how there are like things there that they were working on that is just not even a part of our time and technology, like things that just defies the laws of science in general. Like he would talk about like generators inside the spaceships that are like that literally produce gravity in its own, and just pretty much talk about just a bunch of stuff that he saw while working there that I guess just pretty much answers the question: is there life outside of here? And I guess how this brings into the government is like, why do you guys think the Pentagon took years to confirm this? That the videos itself were real.
Well, I believe the website article I read, it says something about how not only did they like confirm that it was real, they confirmed that it like quote after thorough review, the department has determined that the authorized release of these unclassified videos does not reveal any sensitive capabilities or systems and does not impinge on any subsequent investigations of military airspace. A bunch of more big words I don't want to read, but basically what it's saying is that it doesn't give up any like technology. Like it doesn't matter if the public can see any of this, but
Hmm.
obviously it also confirms, more importantly, that those videos are in fact real. So there's stuff out there that we have no
Right.
idea.
And the speed of it, of like how it was going and turning, like it just defies like the laws of
Yeah,
propulsion.
everything that we know about propulsion, it just completely throws out the window.
Enrique, you got anything to say about that?
Can you repeat the question, honestly?
I pretty much just said like, why do you think the government took so long to bring this up and confirm it just now?
Um, Probably because I'm gonna tell you.
All right, well,
I
I
can't
can
tell
just go on
you.
to the next question. Yeah,
Uh,
you don't really.
yeah.
That kind of is kind of a complicated question because honestly, we don't really know why the Pentagon took so long.
I
Um,
think it might be. Actually, you know what? I don't really need to go into that speculation,
right.
but I feel like it shouldn't take 10 years to
Yeah,
review a video. It shouldn't take 10 years.
right.
I feel like maybe they were
And
holding off. They were holding off
You
for
think the
some
people
type
of the like like us? Did you think that they would think we will react not react bad
yeah.
to it?
That's
I
pretty
mean,
much
it's pretty
yeah.
funny how they just confirm it now when everyone's talking about the coronavirus. So it kind of just no one really is even talking about it as the main subject of
Yeah.
every day
Yeah,
is
this is the only time
coronavirus.
in history when people aren't going to freak out about the government confirming UFOs.
All right, and just in general, do you guys think this is a big deal or a small deal?
I think it's a big deal because
Um,
that there's just it proves that there's things out there that we have no idea about, and it just opens the door to what is out there in space. Like everyone wonders that, but that it proves now that there's like something out there.
Yeah, I get what
yeah,
you're saying.
I have to
And,
agree. I would say yes, it's a big deal. Everything Enrique said, I agree
yeah,
with.
and
Very big.
in general, like since we know it's a big deal, like how do you guys think the government should deal with upcoming news that's like discovered like this? Like, do you think they should try to confirm it right away instead of taking years and stuff?
Well, I
Yeah.
think if they're gonna think that we might not, like what I said before, we might not react the way we should when we find out about it. Like people will start like maybe freaking out. That's what they're worried about. I feel like,
Yeah,
and
because
I
like
think
once you tell like the world like if you tell them like yeah like this stuff's real, yeah, like there's life outside of here, at that point like what do you do? Like it would just freak everyone out, and like
Mm.
you won't know what to do because like it's not like there's really much you could do about it except just talk about it.
honestly they should tell us right away because like there is nothing we
How
can
bad
do.
do you think it looks on the government, the fact that they took this long, and or the fact that in general like them trying to silence Bob Lazar and erase his records, like this
I
stuff
think it's
you would
pretty
say
sketch.
looks pretty bad on the
Yeah,
government.
Pretty sketch, honestly.
yeah,
Because
no,
you
it
know,
shows like how corrupt it is. Honestly,
if they're withholding this type of information from us, that opens the door to what else are they withholding from us? What else are they not telling us?
Exactly. Yeah, and there's
One
obviously
thing,
been like a lot of stories. I'll let you finish. There's just also been like a lot of stories in general, people from the higher ups that have been kind of exposed for these kind of corruption things, and I think throughout these years, it's only just starting to rise and rise on people coming out about it, like the Clintons.
hmm,
And what were you saying?
something about I believe in the Joe Rogan podcast, Bob Lazar mentioned that he heard from someone that one of the crafts that they had been working on was found in an archaeological dig. So if the government can cover up something that big, I mean, obviously there's going to be a lot of people there, a lot of people that are going to find this freaking spacecraft in the ground, and they're going to have to move it and all this stuff. Obviously, a lot of people were involved in something like that. A lot of people will be involved in any operation like that big. So like what is like how is the government keeping these people quiet? Like this is crazy stuff. Like if like personally if I knew something like this, I would want to go and like tell the whole world. Unless the government is
Right.
like threatening to kill me or something like that. I
Yeah.
mean,
did
But
you
you
guys?
guys,
that's the only thing I can imagine that's would be keeping people from telling stuff like this. So I would be like, tweeting and like, stuff like that.
what were you saying, Enrique?
I was gonna say it's a little bit off topic, but did you guys hear that? Like there's a spot in the middle of the ocean where they just drop all the space shit, and
The spaceship stuff. They like yeah, like dropped all the spaceship things into some sort of an island. I heard something about
yeah,
that.
no, like satellites, and like that's just like I feel like they I found out. Oh my god!
But you would say in general that this proves that the government hides information, right?
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah, yeah,
So.
yeah.
Because in the end of all this, like, why are we talking about alien conspiracy and all these things? It's pretty much just to show like the government's been trying to hide these kind of things for years, and they took years to confirm that these videos are real, meaning they contemplated if they should, and also the sus things they've done in like the past, like trying to erase Bob Lazar's records, like just a bunch of examples that we have seen of people either trying to be silenced or not showing credibility. And
Yeah, because if these people are in fact credible, why, or if they're not credible, I mean, like if they're like some whack job, why would the government go as far as to erase the whole record? Because there
exactly,
is proof. You want me to talk about? You told me this newspapers. You can see this news article of Bob Lazar, in fact, working at the Los Alamos lab. I forget what it's exactly called.
yeah, the Alamos place. I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
the government like completely wiped that out from their records.
Yeah,
You can see in 1982, Bob Lazar newspaper clipping. He in fact did work there. So like, why would they erase that Like what's the point of that? If he's not credible, like, well, why would they erase that?
All right. All right. So I would say that we've talked everything that we really need to talk about, just in general, just showing that this is a big international news. The Pentagon confirming that these videos are real, because the question behind all those videos were, are they even real? And the question is now, like, what else is the government hiding from us? And just in general, like, we're starting to catch up on them, and I think it's kind of starting a rise in people, kind of, I don't know about like being outcast, but just kind of standing up against the government, because there's a lot of shady things going on in the background of it all.